The Lexus luxury brand has been around for about 20 plus years, and in the last year or so, Lexus has been going through a renaissance with all new designs and a little bit more dynamic attitude, along with their traditional luxury ride that they've been so successful at. No car typifies that more than this brand new 2013 Lexus ES, keeping the traditional ultra smooth luxury buyers, but making their cars a little bit more dynamic. First and foremost, the car looks fantastic. They've got the spindle grille design on the front. The car has a much better stance, looking a lot like the GS rear-wheel drive car. We're here in Oregon. We're going to find out what this new ES is all about and, of course, take it for a drive.
We've seen with the ES over a number of generations that the majority of the owners come back and buy another ES. Some people want to move up within the line. They go to the new GS or the LS or move over the SUV to the RX. But a high level of loyalty within the ES. So these people really love what the ES offers for them. When we've cliniced the car with current owners, they said to us, yeah, it's what we like in the ES. It's luxurious, it's comfortable, it's quiet, it delivers those things, but it's a much more engaged driving dynamic.
In Canada, we've been very aggressive about our pricing on Lexus vehicles, and I think that customers, will be happy. The vehicle has quality engineering, quality design. It's made in our Kyushu plant. I think that they're really going to enjoy this vehicle, and we're going to make sure that they want to buy it, and that's based on competitive pricing.
Now, the Lexus ES is the second best-selling vehicle in the Lexus lineup, and it offers a nice interior for people who are looking for a big car. The new ES has an interior that's very similar to the GS that we reviewed last year, and I think that car has one of the best in the business. Now, it's not as nicely finished as the GS. The overall look is good. It's got clearly laid out, easy to use buttons and switches. It's got the optional touch system here on the navigation system. The car we have here right now is fully loaded with the leather steering wheel combined with the wood. Heated steering wheel now available in the Lexus ES. Now, speaking of heated items, the seats have standard heat and 10-way adjustment, not only for the driver, but also for the passenger. But when you have a closer inspection of this car, nicely finished, but when you get down to the lower part, the middle and lower part of the interior, it's covered with hard plastic, which is a little bit disappointing. That would be okay for a Camry, but not a Lexus ES. The new BMW 3 Series, for example, has soft touch materials on the lower parts of the door that don't scuff. This hard plastic will show wear quite quickly. Same with the side of the console. Overall, the aesthetics really are quite nice. It's a comfortable car, great seats. The back seat is the place you want to be in this Lexus ES. Over 10 centimeters of additional legroom have been added. They've carved out the front seat backs and the headliner to make it a more luxurious and comfortable place, almost limo-like dimensions back there.
When we developed the ES350, we wanted to really maintain the sense of comfort and luxury that the old car had, and the owners love, the guests that we've had that have the ES love it. But we wanted to add a lot more dynamic from the driving perspective, and I think when you drive the car, you really see that that's been accomplished by the chief engineer.
This 2013 ES is over $2,500 cheaper than the outgoing model, starting at $39,500. But this new model no longer comes standard with leather seats. The 268 horsepower 3.5-liter V6 engine has been carried over and is matched to a 6-speed automatic. The hybrid model uses the same 4-cylinder and electric combination that's found in the Camry hybrid, with slight modifications for this larger car.
The hybrid system uses a 2.5-liter Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder engine, coupled with 2 electric motors. One that mainly provides energy to the other motor and charges the battery. The other one acts as a main driver to the wheels. The combined output of the system, gasoline engine with the electric motors, is 200 horsepower. So a lot of adequate power, but with the electric motors you get torque right off the line at 0 RPM. So you're going to feel that punch when you push down on the gas pedal.
This 2013 Lexus ES now has a longer wheelbase, and longer wheelbases typically provide a more supple and sophisticated ride. Now, this car already had that. It definitely is that traditional luxury feel, smooth, quiet, and refined. Actually, Lexus says that this ES has the same interior quietness as the S-Class from Mercedes-Benz. So back to the chassis for a second. In order to make the car more dynamic, that's one of the goals of this new vehicle, keep the traditional, bring in a little bit more dynamic. They've got settings here. Eco gets the greatest efficiency out of the 3.5-liter V6 with 268 horsepower. It changes the throttle position. You've got normal and now sport. Now sport doesn't change the chassis settings, but it gives the steering feel a little bit more feedback, which makes the car feel like it's more dynamic. This new ES is 40 kilograms lighter, which improves fuel efficiency, and they've added more rigidity to the body with high tensile steel. So the overall package is still what ES buyers have always wanted, a smooth, quiet, and refined ride. Now they've added in a little bit more dynamic feel to the car, but at the end of the day, it's still a Lexus ES. The Lexus ES has been a huge hit for their brand, second only, as we mentioned, to the RX crossover. And one of the reasons is there's not a lot of competition for this vehicle. If you look at the German manufacturers, for example, they don't have a mid to full-size car like this, especially a front-wheel drive one. Oftentimes their cars are much more expensive. Now what this Lexus has to offer, this new 2013, is 20 years of perfecting the model, which is traditional, smooth and refined and quiet. The biggest ace in their hole is the fact that they've added in a hybrid to the ES lineup. So people that are in the market for a luxury car, this opens up the Lexus brand to a lot more people.
Looking for a hybrid? We have all the reviews on our website at drivingtelevision.com.